Hey guys, it's Lori. Yes, I'm sitting in the dark. My soul is very dark. This is a dark and a sad day for America. I worked most of the day. One of my customers, who's a friend of mine, came through and asked if I'd listened to the speech yet. And I said, nope. I haven't listened to what the sleazeball has to say. And I was actually ringing up another customer at the time, but I was very, very honest. I said I have no desire to hear anything the bumbling idiot has to say. And the customer I was ringing up started laughing. He said, boy, you're right, you know. And then when I got home, coming home from work, I just listened to a couple of different things. Heidi St. John. She's running for Congress, I think, out in Washington. And, she's a really powerful woman of God. I just felt like my spirit going into the toilet, you know? And after I got home, I was listening to a couple of other things, and of course, it came up in my feed. And I just feel like my heart's being ripped out because this is not America. And the thing about it is, it doesn't really matter what your stance is on vaccines or the pharmaceutical industry, or whether you're lost or saved, or whether you're pro-life or against life or anything like that. It comes down to our freedom. Our freedom to have bodily autonomy and to be able to choose for ourselves medical procedures. You know, there's no virus in the history of the world that has ever threatened to take out mankind by any stretch of the imagination. And if you're a person who's listening to mainstream media and you who really believe all the bull crap, please, for the sake of yourself and your fellow man, look at the Worldometer. It's worldometer.com, and go to coronavirus updates and just get out your freaking calculator and do the math. And look at what percent of the USA, even having the highest death rate of any country, and the reasons for that are, we're not even going to get into that tonight, but look at the death rate and how much of the world has been affected, how much of the USA has been affected. It's a joke. It's a freaking joke. There is no justification for this other than total and complete evil. And if you think it's going to stop here, you're so wrong. That's exactly right, Wendy. You know, I was reading a thread earlier tonight, a nurse friend of mine, and she said 2/3 of the people are vaccinated, and we've got worse COVID numbers than we ever even thought about having last year without a vaccine. So what does that tell you? I mean, the thing about it is, we can argue the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated until we're blue in the face. But the reality of it is, if you just get out your calculator and you run the numbers in, 18 months into this thing, of how many people have been affected, how many people have really died, and we know the numbers have been seriously padded, especially in the U.S., but even with the padding of those numbers, and I started to run the numbers and have them, but I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to make this video complicated. Maybe I'll run them tomorrow night. I have other things I want to share with you guys, but tonight I just, my soul was so dark, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to sit in the dark. Actually, it's really not that dark in here. I have my stove light on, but I thought I don't want to have to worry about makeup. I don't want to have to worry about what I look like. And most of all, my soul's dark, so I'm just going to sit in the dark. And I'm just going to bare my heart with you guys, because I really don't know what it's going to take to turn this nation around. And I don't know if there are any employers out there that are going to have the balls to stand up to this evil executive order that this CCP puppet sleazeball has decided. Actually, he hadn't decided anything. Whoever his handlers are in charge. He doesn't have them. He couldn't run a freaking lemonade stand. God knows. My stepdad was in remission with leukemia. He took the jab. He passed away yesterday. I'm so sorry, Wendy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. At the end of the day, guys, it's just, and I guess because I've been at work and then I came home, it's like I just haven't really had time to get centered before the Lord, but I felt like he was just like, just get on and bare your heart. But this is not America. This is not my America. This is not the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is bullshit. It's bullshit. And, and even if you think like, oh, well, it's going to stop here. They're just going to do the employers with over 100 employees. And then, no. The people that are not vaccinated are going to be swabbed once a week as if they don't have the God-given sense to stay home if they feel sick. And as we know, this whole asymptomatic thing, we have never in the history of the world determined if someone was sick who didn't have symptoms. You don't go get tested for the flu or anything else, strep, whatever, unless you are symptomatic. That is what drives it. But last year, that all changed in the twinkling of an eye, because they knew you were ignorant enough and they could play on it. And they could capitalize on it. And they have. And sadly, most people have fallen for it. Exactly, Linda. It won't stop here. So, all I know to do is pray and say, God, help. God, help. Help this nation. Please, Daddy, help this nation. We have gone so astray in so many ways. And yet, Father, so many of us have repented. We just ask you to have mercy on this nation. Please have mercy on this nation. And God, I pray that the people that are out there that are especially Christians who have believed that the vaccine was the ticket, God, that this would open their eyes to the truth of what is really happening. Yes, help us, Jesus, help us. Lord, you are our only hope. You are our only hope. You are our only way out. Our only way out. You know, I know it's probably really is the end times, and I guess I've been hearing that all my life, and I'm 59, you know. But, you know, your kingdom come, your will be done, Daddy, on earth as it is in heaven. But I just pray for the mercy on this nation. Mercy. Mercy on this nation. And to show us a way out of this. All right, guys, I don't really know what else to say. I just wanted to bare my heart. And I know that, you know, all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. And I'm not afraid. I'm just grieved. Grieved. It's truly a dark night of the soul today. And then I thought, you know, what if Trump had gotten reelected? Well, I mean, let me put it this way. What if they hadn't been successful in stealing the election? That's really what it boils down to. Okay. We'd probably be postponing all this till 2024 because they were hell bent. This has been a long time, long standing plan. And it was just a matter of time until it was going to be played out. That's truly what I believe. So I'd rather face it sooner than later when I look at it from that standpoint. But I won't lie, it sucks. Right, I'm feeling the same way. I don't know what we will have to endure, but I am standing my ground no matter what. Me too, Linda. Me too. I don't really know what's going to happen if they start telling me I got to get tested at work. I guess I'll pray about it and cross that bridge when I come to it, and I'll certainly let you know what my decision is. But, I mean, you know, it's crazy because I was talking to this manager today, and every time we go into work now, we have to get the little health screen, which is basically consists of them asking you a set of questions, you know, and I basically walk into the office going, none of the above. It's still all no. You know, things like, have you got a new cough? You know, the routine bullshit stuff. And then they point the thermometer at your head. And, I mean, like, it's just so stupid. Like, you really think all these, you know, people don't have the God-given sense to stay home if they're sick. And if they are, like, sick and they still manage to come to work, how many people in the last thousands of years has that killed? You know, not enough to be significant. But just the thought that you're going to have to be something shoved up your nose, it's just so degrading. It's so inhuman. It's so slave. mentality. And it's, it's the federal government handing this down. I mean, the employers wouldn't think to do it. But anyway, I was talking to this manager. I said, isn't it funny how I thought the pandemic was last year, but they were doing 0 health screenings, even though when we logged into our system, you had to say that you acknowledged that you had been health screened and that you were clear of symptoms. But this year, we're actually doing the health screening because now that we have a vaccine out there, people are getting sick out the wazoo, and you really don't, you think that's just all the unvaccinated? Are you kidding me? I mean, it's insanity. Like I said, almost all the vaccinated people at work have been sick. It's incredible. It's incredible. Go to the Healthy American with Peggy Hall. It says community shows you laws to stand up for your rights. I will, Jen. Once my rights at work are infringed upon, if I have to, I will, or I may quit. I just gotta weigh it. Do not have to get tested each week, and I'm okay. Thank you for, I might have to. Hold on, let me see what you're saying here, Ron. I can't laugh because the vaccinated do not have to, but they're just as much at risk as the unvaccinated. I know. They're more at risk, really. I mean, because when you get things injected into your body that are toxic chemicals, it's a check against your immune system. It doesn't in any way build or fortify your immune system. I mean, we can go on and on about the autoimmune diseases that have presented since all of this and the people that have died. It just goes on and on. But it's just pure evil. It's pure evil, and it's pure control. It's coming down to being slaves. And I don't know. I don't know if we're going to go to war. I don't really know. I don't know what's going to happen. I know God is in control. I'm not afraid, but I'm sad and I'm grieved. So anyway. Yes, he is, Kate. You said it. Something satanic about the... Oh, yeah. I mean, we always talk about the Antichrist, and I'm starting to believe that the pharmaceutical industry is the Antichrist. And I don't know. I'm no Bible scholar. I'm no, whatever. But they've deceived the whole world, I mean, this is a global takeover. And you look at what's going on in Australia, I mean, but in some ways we're just right behind it, Yeah, he does, William. I know Jesus has got my back. Like, I'm really not sad for me because I know where I stand. And I know, frankly, I would die before I would take the needle. I'm not going to give up my freedom. I'm not. And, but just that our nation has come to this. And it's been a lot of the church just laying down, really is. We've laid down. We haven't taken a stand. And it's crept in just like a little bit of leaven. Leaven's the whole lump. The Bible talks about it. Well, guess what? And this is where we're at. cured cancer 70 years ago. Oh yeah, there's cancer cures out there. But you're not going to hear about them when there's billions of dollars to be made with people having cancer. For sure. All right, guys. Well, I love you all. Thank you for the things you send me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your advice. I'm so sorry for my kids. Yeah. That part of it, I do really wish it was the end times, because then really the end times, because then I can know I don't have to leave this planet, and think my kids and my grandbaby's going to have to brave through all this. I just got to believe America at the end of the day is going to be the nation that we really are and live up to who we are and be the light unto the world. Because once America sets that precedent and says no and hell no, and we're not having it, the rest of the world will follow. And that's the truth. But the thing is, I've done all I can do. I'm doing all I can do. And I will continue to do it. And I know I'm going to a rally or something on Sunday night I got invited to. I didn't even... Hey, Ron, speaking of that, I'm going to send you that invite, because you might want to get involved in what's going on here locally. We've got some really, really good, awesome people standing up, and the group is growing bigger and bigger. I mean, it's a good size now, and it's just getting bigger. So I'll send you that link to the event this weekend. It's there's no charge or anything. But anyway, get involved, guys. Get involved locally. We got to stand up. We've got to be the America that our founding fathers started, and that God started, what God placed in their heart. That is what we've got to be. Yeah, it is disheartening, Danny. I agree, but you know what? We've all got to commit to get involved to the best extent that we can with whatever our constraints are. I know we've got kids, we've got whatever we've got, But if we don't make our local world and what's going on there, our freedoms there, a priority, it's going to get washed away. So don't wait for somebody else. And you know what? Invite friends. It was crazy. I went to the showing. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I went to the 1986 The Act. I think I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. I invited 2 different couples to come. And, they came, dude. I wish I'd invited more. Yeah, I was like, wow. So people just get involved locally and invite your friends, invite your neighbors, what's the worst thing they can say? No, I don't want to go. Even just saying that, I probably need to go invite both my neighbors. We got to take a stand. And I know I've been saying that, and I am taking a stand, but this has been a dark, sad day, guys. So I'm going to hop off. Yeah, exactly, Greg. And I was the queen of raising 2 kids, homeschooling, being so caught up in my job and homeschooling and doing all that stuff. I didn't get involved in anything locally. I don't think I would have even known what to get involved with, to tell you the truth. But boy, now I do. Absolutely, the church is going to get along. A few have stood up against the tyranny, but it's a warfare. It is. And, I feel like it's only a small percent of churches right now that are really standing up. But they got to stand. We just got to do what we got to do. It's the only way it's going to change. Well, I don't know, Lindsay. Just shoot me a message through Messenger. I probably won't read it tonight because it's getting late, but there's a way. There's a way. Everyone needs to watch the city and county board meetings. Go to their website and get the link. You will be surprised, let me see, at the thoughts of the local government. Surprised good or surprised bad? Because I know Gainesville is like so liberal. It's Democratic run city. But you're right. It's no excuse not to get involved. Not agreeing is not an excuse. That reminds me of another person I need to invite. I just thought of. But anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off. I love you all. Thanks for all you're doing. If you need prayer for anything, please contact me. I'm more than happy to pray for you. God is good. He is on the throne. And I know at the end of the day, it's all going to be okay for the believers. I know that. But it's just hard to watch all this happen. Other cities are doing it too. There was a huge protest on September 2nd. Praise God. Yeah. Take a day for you. I will. Keeping my little baby granddaughter. Saturday afternoon. We're gonna play in the dirt together, okay? Because Grammy needs to plant some plants. I need to transplant some stuff. And having her, gosh, she's just such a bright spot in my life, She's spending the night. So that's going to be my day for me. But anyway. Hey, Rachel, how are you, sweetie? So anyway, guys, I love you, and get active locally. Contact me if you have any questions or any whatever. I answer questions all day about different things. I love it. I love being there for you guys. I love helping you with your medical issues, your medical questions. Honestly, it's probably better if you email me because I get so many messages through Messenger and a lot of it is, videos and stuff like that I may not even see things for a couple of days, but I was thinking this morning, I still think I'm the only pharmacist that is making videos and speaking out. So I know a lot of pharmacists are awake, but I think I'm the only one that's like answering people's questions and stuff. So anyway, I love doing it. It's, what God's called me to, and I'm happy to serve you. A guy did a video on the Holy of Holies. Send me that link, Jen. I would love to. You're welcome, Rachel. Yeah, I'm glad to help you in any way I can. And I'll be the first one to say, I don't know if I don't know, But usually if I don't know, I do research and then I give you my best answer. It's all I can do. And you got to pray about your own life and your own choices. But anyway, love being here for you guys. And, I feel like in all of this, we're just going to get tighter. I just kind of saw this there's a lot of people renting out there, and I don't know. I don't know what it's all going to come to, but, I believe it may come to community, to opening our homes to people, to maybe having multiple families live in homes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is I am willing. Whatever God calls me to in this, I am willing, you know? So, we just got to be there for each other, guys. You know, we got to lock arms and we got to be there for each other. And thank God he's on the throne. You're so welcome. Yeah, I'll help all I can. Because I know doctors aren't really used to answering people's questions. They're not. They're like kind of in an ivory tower the way the healthcare system is set up. Why did I get on here knowing I was going to cry and not bring a box of tissue? That was really dumb. But anyway. Anyway, I love you guys. I love you. You mean the world to me. You really do. And, hey, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to go to bed with my little puppy dogs. I won't lie. I got my glass of wine here. I don't normally drink a lot, but I was like, you know what? I need a cocktail. After listening to Biden, I was like, I need a cocktail. And I drove my behind back to the store, and I got my favorite Pinot Grigio. So thank you very much. It is what it is. Yeah, relaxer. I used to drink a lot more when I was working retail pharmacy, and that was not a good thing. It was not a good way to, I guess it was better than Xanax, but anyway, I don't have that need and that craving for alcohol. But after I listened to Biden tonight, I was like, I need a drink, okay? So just being transparent with you guys, because I don't have it all together by any stretch of the imagination. None of us do. You know what? And that's why we got to be here for each other and support each other and be strong for each other, right? It was awful, Kate. It was awful. I mean, the evil coming out of that man was just... I don't even have words. I don't even have words. And how people can't see it. I mean, evil people like, who did I hear? Stern, what's his name? That sicko. Howard Stern. You know, I mean, somebody like that, I understand how he's in Biden's corner. But your basic American who just gets up to work, you know, gets up, goes to work every day, taking care of their kids, even if they thought, yeah, I get the vaccine, it makes sense, blah, blah, blah. They don't know any better. But to hear that today, I mean, if that doesn't raise a red flag with you, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I wasn't planning on it, Greg. I had listened. I forget who I was listening to. Oh, it was Dr. Keenan Bridges, who, by the way, had an awesome video today that he pulled, but it was really good. And then he made another one, which, frankly, I didn't think was as good just from the God standpoint. But not that I'm criticizing him, because, my gosh, he's got to do what he believes God's calling him to do. And he is a mighty man of God right here in South Florida. Thank you very much. But I was, like, cooking for my dogs, because, you know, my dogs are rotten and I cook for them. And so, you know how the next video just starts to play, and it turned out it was Dan Bongino's channel, but it was Biden, and I heard him come on. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to hear this, but I've got to listen to it. I've got to suck it up. I got to listen. And I'm telling you, my spirit just went, meow. It did a huge nosedive. And after I listened, I was like, I got to go get some wine. I mean, that's literally what I thought. Thing is, I drove right past the store I got the wine at coming home, you know? But I wasn't feeling it then. So, anyway, I'm just being transparent. Oh, and I did have my carrot juice, just so you know. Hadn't been very hungry tonight, but I was like, I'm going to have the carrot juice. So that's where I'm at. They're trying to kill us, Greg. I mean, the thief has come to kill, steal, and destroy. You know, and all these Christians who listen to mainstream media and think that that is the gospel truth, I want to ask them, like, when the scripture says the thief has come to kill, steal, and destroy, what in your mind do you think that actually means? I mean, do you really think there's going to be a thief with a mask, ha ha ha, at your door going, hey, here to kill, steal, and destroy, will you let me in? And you're going to like recognize it? But anyway, it's like a whole nother topic. Well, yeah, kill, steal, and destroy. I mean, kill is depopulate. Those are synonymous terms. So it's just, I mean, I saw it in the, mid 2000s with working as a retail pharmacist. I saw, like, why don't they let me know when drugs hurt people, and that's why they've pulled them from the market? Why don't I get that notification as a pharmacist so that I can say, well, the reason I don't have your prescription in stock, Mr., Mrs. So-and-so, and the reason I haven't been able to get it for the last 3 weeks, and the reason that my wholesaler keeps saying manufacturer cannot supply is because the stupid freaking drug has been pulled because it was murdering people. Oh, no. We got to keep that under the quietus. And I had to find out on my own. However, I found out back then. I don't even know, because I didn't have like a phone I could look stuff up on. It was just, you start talking to other pharmacists like, what? How come we can't get Vioxx? What the heck is going on with that? Do you have Vioxx? No, I don't have Vioxx. Does anybody have Vioxx? What the heck? Well, I heard, really? And then you start like digging into it and you go, this drug's been pulled because it was killing people. Are you kidding me? And I've been dispensing it like water. Like, if I even had a hint, don't you think I would have told the people that were picking up the prescriptions, listen, this is kind of dangerous. I'm not sure you want to pick up this prescription. No. And that's when I started going, I don't really think they care about the people. And that was like the tip of the iceberg. And then it just went from there. And so then everything else that began to happen that I would see in retail pharmacy, I would go, this is just like another sign. They don't care about the people. And lo and behold, here we are. And you think this is all about your health? I mean, give me a freaking break. We let people ride motorcycles without helmets. We let people eat Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's and Zaxby's, and we let them weigh whatever the hell they want to weigh. I mean, you got these reality shows, which I don't even watch TV, but there's been like a couple of morbidly obese people that have died that had reality TV shows or whatever these things are that they do. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, all somebody had to do was cut off the groceries to those people and they might still be here. But we allow people to eat themselves into oblivion and then have all kinds of diseases as a result of their bad health choices, and obesity isn't the only one. And you're going to sit here and tell me that they're mandating a vaccine, a universal vaccine, and because they care about our health? When they haven't once mentioned to stop driving through Krispy Kreme or McDonald's or Zaxby's or eat your veggies, drink your carrot juice or anything like that. I mean, come on. I don't see how anybody can be so deceived in this, but they are. They think it's all about a vaccine. All they need is a vaccine, and it's the ticket they're going to live. And I'm telling you, everybody that has gone out and gotten that vaccine has done it more than likely out of fear. It's a fear-based decision, and I get that because they don't know any better. Okay, guys, I'm like rambling. I don't even know how long I've been on, right? And my wine, I need to finish my wine, right? I don't know. Obviously, I'm not too drunk. I'm not drunk at all. But anyway. All right. 450 plus. Going to put your mask on. Yep. Yep, it's the masks that have saved the day. God. Whatever. Just absolutely mind-blowing. All right, guys. I love you. Laura, you're right. They're not promoting good health because they're not listening to the good Lord. Well, not only that, but good health doesn't put money in pharma's pocket. I mean, hello? The thief has come to kill, steal, and destroy. Eat like you want, do what you want. But when we tell you to get that vaccine, by God, you better get that vaccine. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. All right, guys, I keep threatening to get off of here. But I love you so much. And anyway, I'll be doing more Zoom calls on the work from home stuff. So if you're interested in knowing about that, you're welcome, Ron. Thank you for being you too. I love seeing you at Lowe's. You're a bright spot, okay? Although, there's a lot of good people that come in there, but it's just nice to see a familiar face that gets it. And I'm so thankful that your family member that was hospitalized is out and doing better, and God answered our prayers on that. So praise God for that. All right, guys, I'm jumping off. Have a great night. Love you all, and I'll be back here tomorrow night. Hopefully I won't be sitting in the dark. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Talk soon.